Yo, what's good people, it's Jay Cactus, and in today's video, I'm going to be collabing with the winner of my Discord melody battle. So recently I hosted a charity battle where people could pretty much cook up any melody that they wanted. There weren't any specific rules, and then I just wanted to pick the one that I vibed with the most. The winner was my guy Vulcan. He made a sick melodic guitar loop, so he's going to be breaking everything down for you, and then I'm going to be making a full beat with it. But before we get into it, I also need to announce the winners of last week's giveaway. So the three names that you're seeing on the screen right now have all won my brand new IC808 and Hazy hi-hat mini packs. So shout out to you three. Make sure you either DM me on Instagram or just shout me on Discord so I can hook you up, and let's get into the video.
When I first started making this loop, I wanted to make something melodic because Jay loves his orchestral stuff, but I was keen to make something melodic because I felt my VST suited a little bit better, and I've been feeling that wave lately, to be honest. So, and I'm using the Gentleman piano for this first piano sound. It starts off with is an E major 7. It repeats itself, and then it drops down to a B major, and then at the end it plays an F sharp, but with a 6th. What I'm really trying to do here is just I'm maintaining this D sharp sound, and it just holds it together quite nicely. The second part which I made was this guitar, and this is Ample Guitar, just the light version. Yeah, and this is a really good plugin for anyone who wants just cheap free plugins, you know. Piano, like the chords for the guitar follow exactly the same as piano. Literally copy and pasted. I just brought the velocity down a little bit, you know, don't want it to like clash together. I wrote this first section first, and then I copied it over, and then I was just hearing the second part, felt like it wanted to go somewhere else, you know, change it up a little bit. But then this B part switches it a little bit and just keeps it interesting because, you know, nothing worse than having a repetitive loop over and over again. And then just to add on to that, I created a second version, which is an octave down. So this, again, it's just, filling out the sound. It's the exact melody. It's just an octave down, you know. And then the next part is also pretty simple. I just got a flute from BBC Orchestra. It's another gem I got off GA. Yeah, if no one's got this, you got to go get it as soon as possible. What I did was I took the first note of the melody here, the D sharp, I just held it out a little bit, and then I copied this sort of like riff from the guitar melody. So you notice when it plays together, this is the same notes as the guitar melody, and then over here it's the same. It's just sustaining that first note, and then here just copying this little riff. I think that like just gives it a nice little sound to it. A bit of a switch up towards the end, which will follow and sort of hold together the vocal chop nicely, which I'll get onto in a second. I found a cappella to a song, and I loaded it into Fruity Slicer. I think it's on beat mode or half beat, and this just means that it chops up evenly rather than trying to find the it trying to work out the right places for it to chop. Also, I pitched it up 9 semitones to match the key of what my chords were in, and I've just put a EQ on it, which just gives it like the radio sounding effect, giving it that like radio filtered sound, which, you know, most vocal chops usually have. The reverb I chucked on, I just made sure I had quite a bit of decay on it. With all those effects, it sounds like this. So this is my guitar here, which has like the low and the high version. I was just cutting low end here. Oftentimes with your melodies, if you have lots of low end in your melody and you try to write a bass line, it can sometimes clash. This is just another EQ where I felt that the high end was ringing a bit too much. It felt like too strong, so I just brought that down a bit. This is my piano mixer channel. Again, you notice it's very basic. It's not got a lot of mix processing on it. It's just a case of cutting out the low end. And although it does sound pretty good by itself, it's just going to be a nightmare for you when you try to put your bass line in. Oftentimes I find myself putting a reverb on my flute, but because this was a bit more of a background element, I was happy to just cut out the low end, make sure it's all nice and clean. And cheers for the opportunity, by the way, you know, helping out smaller producers, you know, piano. It means a lot.
Alright, so the melody sounded sick already. I wanted to make just a couple minor changes. I think I just wanted to make the piano a little bit softer. So I'm just bringing the velocity down a little bit. Around about there. And then same with the guitar, I just wanted to bring that down just a little bit. And then what I'm thinking right now is when I get to the bridge, I might just keep the piano in there and add some kind of counter melody to the piano. But for now, let's just get in some drums. Let this in, and yeah, let's just go to the MIDI part. It just makes the whole process easier. Yeah, I think this one. I like the space in this one. Right, and then for the pattern, I can just follow the root notes and then think of the slide notes. And this last one here, I can slide this back up an octave and then add like 5 slides. I always add more slides towards the end. And for these melodic drill beats, I like to save a bit of space with the 808 and just give the track room to breathe. And then I also like to add these short notes to help the bounce. So let's see what we got. Right, and for the Percs, try to use a few different ones. Maybe this one, something like that. And then we could take this too, and then we could take this effect as well, but I'll do this in the playlist. Or maybe it could go here, it might fit this bit better. And then I'm just going to get one reverse cymbal in here. But yeah, I don't think this sounds right on top of the reverse cymbal, so I'm just going to bring this back. So for mixing, it's just basic leveling. A lot of people ask me how I mix my beats, but you could look on every channel, there's just EQ, reverb, and that's about it. It's just leveling. Apart from the kick in 808. So sometimes I'll sidechain depending on the beat and depending on the vibe that I want. Usually for drill tracks I will, but for trap, I don't always do it. Alright, let's start the arrangement. So first I'm just going to split this. So for the intro, I can just keep the guitar chords, get rid of the counter melody. Bring the counter snare in. I could get rid of the piano and flute here, save that for this section, and I might introduce some of the vocals in the intro too. And then yeah, for this section, I could take out some kicks, maybe save some of the Percs. then in this next section, other instruments can come in. And I think for this section, I just want to simplify the vocals, just so there's a bit of variation. So just take out them. And then have the full one here. And then here, I think this could come back in. Just start simplifying some of these patterns. And then here I could bring the simplified vocal pattern back in. And then from here I'm going to save the flute but introduce the piano. And then in this section, I might just leave the piano in. See what this sounds like. So yeah, in this section, I want to create a bridge with the piano. And then for the second 8/8 pattern, I don't actually want to change too much. So yeah, for the intro, I could just try and bring it down a full octave. That's sounding nice to me. I could try the vocals as well, but I think this might work just like this. Then bring it off here. And yeah, I think that's sounding right. So all I need to do now is just add the tags and then I'll show you the final outcome. Alright, so for the intro, like I showed you, I just pitched the guitar down a full octave. And I use Sound Shifter just because some guitar VSTs won't go that low down. And straight into the hook. Got the full guitar count melody now, and then I introduced the piano and the flute. And then a slightly different 8/8 pattern. And then it's similar to the intro, but I've left it up an octave. Build up some energy. I introduce the other perks and then some of the vocals. And then again to build more, the piano and the full vocal pattern comes in. And then for the bridge, we'll just use that piano melody. But I didn't quantize the count melody, just to keep it a bit natural. So we're straight back into the hook now. And that's pretty much the same as the intro, or the first hook. Rest of it, just repeats the same as the first verse. So I hope you liked the video and I hope you're feeling the beat. And if you want to get involved in my next battle, then I've left a link to my Discord in the description. I definitely need to host one for Christmas, but if you have any other suggestions, then let me know. And once again, thank you all for watching the video and I'll see you next time.
DJ Cactus.